listen, I'm going to tell you, have you ever been to Upper Room with Minister Dunsin or Yeko?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
In Abuja, I haven't. I should be there.
Listen, everyone, welcome back to the show. I have got an amazing person right now. I mean, everyone's amazing, but he has a special place in my heart because he put out this one song with a very good friend of mine, great man Tackett. We Prevailed. This was during COVID, and ever since then, that song is if I could write a letter and say, these are the words I want to say, like every time I'm happy, sad, excited, down, encouraged, whatever it is I feel, We Prevail are the words. And Nosa, I wish I could sing. Nosa, I want to be a singer. I want to be a singer. What's this?
Exactly where you should be.
It's so great to have you. You know, I was asking you
here too.
If you've ever been to Upper Room before. It's because I feel like when I listen to your music or I see your videos, right, it just has that energy. You know, and that is a space that you probably release a new song that day.
Oh yeah, well.
Yeah, I feel like you will just fit into it. You have to come.
I will. So it's always popping up like at times when I'm busy but it's a meeting I need to be a part of.
It is a great meeting. And of course, a lot of times your music comes in a lot. Hey, Raise the Sound has heard it, at Upper Room. Your music comes up a lot and it's so lovely to have you. So first of all, a big congratulations on everything you're doing, within the entire industry, because I always say like gospel music it's music, right? Yes. But it's special in the sense that not everyone can do it. You need to know, you need to have a certain kind of grace to carry that. It's a ministry in itself.
Yes,
Talk to me about that as an artist. How do you oftentimes just tell yourself, come on, as I did like this, I'm actually popular. People love me.
Well, okay, so from the beginning, I think this what I told myself from the beginning really helped me position myself. As a Christian, when you go into anything that gives you some level of fame, it's actually supposed to be seen as service.
Yes.
So you're not supposed to bask in that status. It means more work for you. Yeah. It does mean you are impacting many lives, but then it also means that you are going to serve many more people, so it informs how you behave, your character and everything. So yes, when I walk on the street and some people say, oh, your music has been a blessing, what just hits me is maybe where I was, where I put that music together, and then how far it has gone, how it's helping people, not just entertaining them, but, helping them go through tough times, helping them navigate, through life. It does carry that feeling of gratitude. Yes.
I love that. And I also really like where we're going with the gospel music space. Like, there's this new style that I've noticed. There's still the usual church clapping, but now it's giving concert, but like energy, lights, cameras, share. What's that about? What's all of that about?
Well, I think it's a coming of age, something that's supposed to have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I used to encourage people. I used to say this. I served as a pastor as well. But I used to say this, that the church is not a place of manifestation. It's a launching pad. It's like a gas station. It's not where you run the race. It's where you stop and get gas in your car, and then you hit the road. So and I used to encourage people to come out, come out of the church, have your own platform, be an extension of God. And little by little, I think we outgrew just doing church to having, maybe because of social media. I think social media has played a huge role. So you have your own followership, and then you can gather people, under a roof and do stuff. It used to be in maybe either in
cells, like
silos, small, but then it's becoming more and more of a cultural thing.
Yeah, and I really like it because once upon a time, there was this traditional understanding that if you're going to have a fellowship, a fellowship is like a group of 12 taking up from the disciple system, right? But now you have places like, Upper Room, Koinonia, that'll tell you, this is not a church room, this is a fellowship. But this is like you have hundreds of people in the same space, and it's unconventional. It's good music. Everyone's having just the best time in the world.
I saw it coming a long time
ago. You did?
Yes.
I didn't. At first, I was a bit confused. I'm like, he's coming to my church, but like, sorry, we're not in church. I'm like, what's going on here? When you saw it coming, did you envision it being this accepted?
Well, so I remember Facebook reminded me some months ago of something I posted, one in 2018, another one in 2017. I said, this is the season of the psalmist. This is the time when, musicians will gather people. So long before then, when I was a pastor, I was a bit disillusioned with the system. Where we divide ourselves among denominations and into denominations, and I saw that the actual fellowship dynamic was lost when you just do denomination, because you kind of create a barrier between you and other people.
Next person.
And I saw that God was going to break that, because I saw where pastors couldn't go freely, singers could go freely.
Like look at Hallelujah Challenge.
Yes. So singers could go freely, singers could go anywhere, and I saw that a lot of these things will happen on the back of singers. God will use singers to bring people together across denominations, and So I saw it a long time ago, and I kept talking about it, and it's happening.
Well, sometimes so someone said something to me, and, it's actually great, man. He saw me at Upper Room, and he goes, Kachi, I saw you, and I couldn't even speak to you because, I didn't recognize you. Like, I go to Upper Room, my wig lifts. Like, the wig that was on my head will not be there again. I was like, I've never seen you like this before. Like, I didn't know you could be like, and I'm like, listen, I'm in my daddy's house, okay? I'm allowed to play.
Yes.
And he goes, I love that, but sometimes, I now started, like, looking at a deeper side to it, where a lot of people come for these gatherings and for these, non-dominational fellowships. And it's not a Sunday thing, because the whole idea, if you remember, is fellowship. That's why with church, it's every Sunday, so you do it consistently, including Wednesday, so you do it twice a week. But some of these events, like Hallelujah Challenge, is seasonal. Upper Room is at most maybe once a month or twice a month, depending on where you are. It's not every day. So as a Christian, would you say is that enough? Let me put it that way, because there are people that's as much church that they get.
Yes, it's not enough. But I love how it doesn't have any walls. Like I said, I got disillusioned with the system of having the religious approach to fellowship and relationship with God, and I wanted a scenario like that where, you could just come and sit and not go through any order of service. Just be with your maker, be with and then be with others, be encouraged by them, be strengthened by them, and I believe there are many more that are going to come up. I think Hallelujah Challenge started it.
Yes, it did. COVID.
And then so there are many more that are going to come up and benefit. Before COVID, it was the first Hallelujah Challenge was 2017, and I kept telling people that I saw it beyond what was going on. It looked like what was going to be the norm. So there should be, I think during COVID, a lot more people started coming out and doing stuff like that. There are even many more platforms that are online.
Than even physical.
Yes. Yes. So there's so many.
It's exciting.
At some point, we used to joke that we were zoomed out because it was one Zoom meeting after the other. Prayer meeting. I was involved in like 3 different prayer chains.
Yeah.
You know, yes. So and in worship, you know, oh, please lead us in. And funny enough, I got to erase the sound on Zoom.
No way.
So you know, I do spontaneous worship with my dear sister T.Y. Bello. And
Yeah,
so,
beautiful stuff, by the way.
yes,
Beautiful. I love her.
Yes, she's amazing.
Yes,
so,
she is.
So I had gotten very used to, you know, just singing spontaneously. If you allow me, I'll do more spontaneous singing than actually written songs. So I just started it spontaneously on Zoom with my guitar. And then the convener, my pastor, he sent me a message, private message, and said, I hear angels singing this song. Just keep singing it. So I just kept repeating it for like 30 minutes.
You're joking with me. That was a spontaneous song?
Yes.
Do you know how, oh my goodness, do you know how beautiful do you know how beautiful that song is? You know, sometimes I keep saying this to some gospel artists, when you release this song, do you actually know?
Well,
Like, do you realize? It's incredible. Now, I want to talk about this. No, that's a great one, by the way.
Thank you.
Gospel music and inspirational music. We're getting to a space where we're almost blurring the lines now.
Yes.
Is it important to separate the two, or are they one and the same? But I'm speaking on a global scale, because gospel is going far, but the award system is trying to get in on what we do as a gospel industry.
Well, you have to be careful what the intention is. So if you want to give awards, you want to do whatever it is, you want me to perform somewhere, fine. What is it about? What's the catch? Is it to, because when it comes to gospel, I always tell people, when you cross to this side, it's not religion. It's more about consecration. It's more about keeping what you have pure. You're a servant. So if the intention is to gratify anything other than your mission to help people, to serve people, to bring God's message to people, then you have to check that, even if it sounds religious, even in the gospel space. So separation is not, I'm not talking politically, you know, I'm talking about keeping your message pure. So someone like Bob Marley, for instance, managed to separate himself. You know, he stayed as a prophet with his music.
Yeah.
So it's very important because of the gravity of the message, because there's some interactions that may water down what you have to
say.
Yes, to say.
Can a how do I put it? Like a non-believer be a gospel/inspirational artist?
You can be an inspirational artist. You have a message, right? You have a message to but
share.
Then when it comes to the gospel, you have to believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
For it to be, yes.
Gospel.
Yes.
Yeah.
If not, you are not preaching the gospel if you don't believe
you're just preaching
what you're saying. You're just, yes. You're just
being
talking.
honest.
Yes. So there are people who read the Bible for, to feed their philosophy, you know, and can quote from there, fine, you know, but are not necessarily Christians. So yes, there's that category. But yes, we must blur the lines. We must unblur the lines.
Unblur the lines.
Yes. I say this as a Christian, not just as a gospel artist. You must unblur the lines. You must know why you're taking that action, because every action has its consequences.
It does.
Yes.
I think it will be weird to ask like what you're working on right now. But are you working on something?
Yes, I'm always working.
What are you working on?
There are albums, there are EPs, and then there are singles I just want to put out.
Okay, so when is the next spontaneous worship?
We've been having, you know, my sister can just call me up anytime so I can go. But we've been having, there are so many that are there that one day she told me that we would have up to 10 albums from just our sessions.
Yeah.
And she has sessions every Thursday.
Okay.
So if you want to participate, I could hook you up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I think it's always a beautiful Salva Nosa. For real, this has been such a short conversation, but such a packed conversation. And you are a star Okay, you are
all stars. Everyone is a star.
Thank you for serving. Honestly, thank you for taking that time out and just because these messages and these songs that you put out, it's the heart.
Thank you.
And there's some things that words cannot heal, but the spirit behind these songs just have the perfect medicine to heal a heart. So I hope more people listen to you because they don't know what they're missing out on. They have no idea.
We'll get there.
Don't be humble. Don't be humble. Don't be humble in this place. Anyway, we're gonna wrap things up. Thank you so much for being a part of Arise 360. My name is Kachi Ofia, and this is where we take our deep dive into the world of entertainment, arts, and culture. Join me every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on the Arise News channel.